The diversification of Port Kembla has continued to evolve, with the Key Gateway establishing itself as the largest vehicle importing hub in the country. When the last locally built cars roll out of Australian warehouses next year, what will it mean for Port Kembla? When News was invited to the port to see just how big the industry has grown and what the future holds for the 125-year-old facility.
Tarago, this is Port Kembla Harbour on channel 11. Confirm you have pilot on board at 1130.
It's shortly before 8 o'clock here at Port Kembla, and Norwegian vehicle carrier Tarago is quickly approaching. Upon its arrival, it's the job of this man to park the vessel. He'll benefit from a wealth of local knowledge and experience at the port.
Today we're coming in, turning the ship clockwise in the inner harbour here, and then backing it up to the berth 107 around the corner where they'll discharge the cars and other heavy machinery. So it's a good job, this one, because it's quite complex. Yeah, it's one of my favourite ones in the port actually. Yes, good morning, this is your pilot speaking. We're currently on the way out to board your vessel. You'll have one pilot boarding this morning, and I'm just confirming you have a starboard ladder rigged for pilot boarding.
They call it a contact sport, and it's certainly not for the faint-hearted. Once aside the 33-metre high ship, the first thing sent up is the pilot's yellow suitcase, a portable navigation system worth thousands of dollars. Next, a last-minute check of the ladder, and it's now time for the pilot to make his move. As complex as this operation seems, it's a routine job for all involved, piloting up to 6 vessels a day.
It's now up to the pilot who will take full control of this ship and steer it into berth 107 at Port Kembla, which can take up to an hour and a half.
As Tarago snakes its way into the Port Kembla harbour, the tugboats and linesmen join the party.
I've got an easy day today, mate. No, not much swell, good winds, good tides, and it'll be an easy job.
The last step for Tarago as it nears its berth is for the 30-metre ramp to be lowered into the port.
Once fully docked, it takes about an hour for the cargo to be unlashed and ready to be unloaded before these 500 vehicles finish their journey on the ship and hit the terminal here at Port Kembla.
One by one, every single vehicle is driven off the ship and onto the laydown area at the amalgamated terminal, which acts as a quarantine zone before being passed on. More than 10,000 vehicles can be housed here at any one time. The car industry alone at Port Kembla provides about 500 jobs.
When they came down here from Sydney in late 2008, it almost doubled our shipping trade, and it's a very important part of the operation.
That year, the port imported and exported assembled cars weighing more than 1.8 million tonnes. In less than 5 years, that has more than doubled to over 4.6 million.
From the time a vessel gets into the port limits to the time it gets alongside, you have highly skilled, highly trained professional workforce from the Port Authority, the tugs to the lines, all the way up to the stevedores.
It's been 3 days since the vehicles arrived here at Port Kembla, and it's the final day that cargo is allowed here before companies are charged for storage. From here, the vehicles have 2 pathways, either out to the Kembla Grange storage facility or through Precar and direct to the dealership.
The cargo is now the property of Precar, which acts as the middleman between the terminal and the dealership.
But certainly as the Australian trade or manufacturing peters off, obviously those car numbers are going to come from somewhere, so we expect that the imports will probably rise.
A lot of the cars that come here are imported cars, which is a shame in itself, because we'd like to see all cars a vibrant car industry in this country and a vibrant manufacturing industry in this country.
So I don't think we'll see a sharp increase, certainly in the next 5 years, but good steady growth, 1 to 3% per year over the next 5 or 6 years.
Jake Keating, Win News.